the summer of 1978, I walked out of the door of my best friend's house and said, "See you later, Joe." I had no way of knowing that later meant 31 years later. Last Friday, I finally found my friend, and we talked and cried and laughed on the phone for an hour and a half. Guys, life has a way of getting away from you. I've learned that the people you care most about in life are taken away from you too soon, and the less important ones just never go away. You guys are leaving, and after 37 years, Bob Dow is still here. So here's some thoughts on love from some experts in the field. You really shouldn't say "I love you" unless you mean it. But if you mean it, you should say it a lot. People forget. Jessica, age 8. Love is when you tell a guy you like his shirt and then he wears it every day. Noelle, age 7. And love is what's in the room with you at Christmas if you stop opening presents and listen. Bobby, age 7. And I hate to break it to you boys out there, but you will not be able to find the perfect wife. I married her. David Paulson, who exercises at Riverside Health Club East, once asked me, "McCart, how does somebody mean like you have such a nice lady for a wife as Gwen?" Well, let me tell you, David, there are 2 secrets to success in life. And the first one is, don't tell everyone everything you know. Happiness is going to come through doors you didn't even know you left open. The National Honor Society this year held a banquet called The Power of One, wherein each student chose a teacher who had made a difference in their life. It was enlightening and uplifting to hear each student get up and talk about how that person had inspired them. However, I could have done without Hannah Mosier's reference to Mr. Burnett in superhero tights. The whole process, though, got me thinking about one of my own teachers. Mrs. Prayer, like Mr. Jensen, was my math teacher. And she was passionate about math, and she kept my nose to the grindstone. Like Mr. Jensen, she was tough. But under her tough exterior, like Mr. Jensen, there beat a heart of cold, hard steel. Seriously. I think all math teachers must hate kids. Why else would you teach math? Yet, despite Mr. Jensen's obviously misanthropic attitude toward his students, 4 of them stood up on that Wednesday night and said that he had inspired them to want to learn. And not just in math class, but in life. I was touched by their sincerity and amazed at the naivete. However, I had to laugh when Anna Martin said, "I will miss you, Mr. Jensen." Oh wait, no, that's not what I meant to say. Turns out it was what she meant to say. And except for his jokes, I could see why she would say that. Because even though I did not know it at the time, Miss Prayer made me want to learn and achieve, and not just in math, but in life. Guys, I may not know the keys to success, but the key to failure is to try to please everyone. Keep playing, keep fighting, keep praying, and most of all, keep trying. Because here's a little footnote to that food fight was mentioned earlier. Apparently the girl who started the whole affair was Rose Flack. Or do you just blame her because she's no longer here? When you go home tonight, go to YouTube and type in Rose Flack. You'll find that she was on American Idol and made it to Hollywood. Who's next? Some things I will not forget about the class of 2009. Scoring 66 points against Linwood in football with an offensive line named Woody, Igor, Lurch, and the Mummy. The sophomore lip sync when the gym was filled with close to 50 kids doing the Thriller dance. Adriana Flores' laugh. I'm waiting. Cody Bourne and his sister Alicia winning the first ever brother-sister state championship. The soccer boys dance. electing a Greek goddess as your prom queen. Nice. The Girls State Wrestling Championship, the cast of High School Musical signing autographs after every performance. The first Winter Wishes Assembly with that Dr. Seuss-like rhyme scheme, which you guys continue tonight. I thought you guys took AP English. And Taylor Pedroza in that ridiculous Jack Frost getup. Katie Herr finding her prom dress off the costume rack, not once, but twice. Only a true drama queen could do this. The nursery landscape team taking first in state. Sploosh Spurgeon singing the pudding song and becoming the first Woolly Idol. Even if we hadn't had Woolly Idol, how could you forget Sploosh? Kara Birdsell's letter to me from the Power One meeting and getting to hear each student thank each teacher. Tonight, you should all do that. Whenever you think of your own list, things you won't forget, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. In the book, Tuesdays with Maury, his professor tells Mitch that we should love one another, but he acknowledges that sometimes we humans distance ourselves to keep from getting too hurt too badly when we have to say goodbye. I can relate to this. And I think I speak for all the teachers, counselors, janitors, bus drivers, secretaries, cooks, and administrators. I don't think I can speak for the administrators. Those people confound and astound me on a daily basis. But for everyone else, you need to understand why sometimes we're a bit rough and short with you. Maybe you don't think we have the right to tell you what to do, and we don't, but that's not going to keep us from telling you what to do. Like your parents, grandparents, family, and friends, we care about you because we know that some of you will learn from listening to us. Some of you will learn by observing what happens to those who don't listen. However, the majority of you are just going to have to pee on that electric fence before you learn. Each of you have touched dozens, perhaps hundreds of people in your 18 years. People you won't know you've touched until years later at all. As Miss Gregory puts it, you flit and fly into our lives and worm your way into our hearts, and then you're gone in 4 short years, off to conquer, propagate, and save this old world of ours. Maybe we'll see you again, maybe in 31 years. But more often than not, tonight will be the last time we shake hands, exchange hugs, say good luck, and you take care. So I hope you'll forgive me and understand what I really mean when I tell you one last time, I hate you guys so much.